This is 7 National News, and in our top story, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the UAE Vice President, Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, received Valentina Matviyenko, Speaker of the Federation Council of the Federal Assembly for Russia, and her accompanying delegation at Zabil Palace. His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the Crown Prince of Dubai, and His Highness Sheikh Maktoum bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the Deputy Ruler of Dubai, were also present. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed indicated the importance of communication and exchanging visits between officials of both countries to coordinate and hold continuous discussions regarding bilateral, regional and international issues of mutual interest, especially those related to international peace. The two parties also discussed cooperation in parliamentary, tourist and investment arenas, among others. The ruler of Dubai, in the presence of the Dubai Crown Prince, also met the 13 key speakers of the World Retail Congress that was rolled out this week. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed welcomed the speakers, who among them were the chairpersons and CEOs of some of the world's leading retail companies, and hailed the international gathering being held in the UAE. The group praised the cultural diversity in the country, which has made it a pioneering destination for individual and family shopping, supported by facilities offered to visitors. As over 62% of young people in the region suffer from back pain, top surgeons, spine practitioners and researchers attended the opening of the 5th Annual Global Spine Congress and the 5th World Forum for Spine Research in Dubai today, showcasing the very latest and the world's best approaches to spine care. His Excellency Humaid Mohammed Obaid Al-Khatami, the chairman of the board of the Dubai Health Authority, officially opened the Global Spine Congress, which is being held for the first time here in Dubai. While taking a tour of the exhibition area, His Excellency was briefed on the latest equipment used by expert surgeons. Clinical scientists and researchers attending the Congress offered their insight on various pressing topics in the industry, including one session on new therapies for spinal fusions. During the session, experts highlighted that nanotechnology is today at the forefront when using implants during spine surgeries. It was mentioned that titanium implants offer the best choice for surgeons, as it enables a patient's body to heal itself more quickly following surgery through bone growth at the fusion site.
It's important to go to the world. It's important not to stay in one region. Coming to the Middle East is fantastic for us because there's so much that we can learn from the surgeons in the Middle East. We have great members here in the Middle East that are advancing spine surgery and spine treatments worldwide, and this is a forum by which they can articulate that to the world, but it's an exchange. So the people coming in here will be able to show what they're doing. It really is, we call it a two-way street. It's not just going one way. I think everyone has something to gain.
Typically in spine surgery, what we grew up with is we grew up with using plastic, which is called PEEK. And we liked the material because it was very inert. You know, it didn't really cause any reaction. We're realizing now that the fact that it doesn't cause reaction may not be the best thing. We actually want to cause a reaction, and we want to basically link it with bone, because a lot of times we're using this to separate two pieces of the spine, and we want to hold it up, and we eventually want the spine to grow together and stabilize on our spacer. So the PEEK was great because it held it apart, but a lot of times it would not kind of glue them together. Okay? And now we find that there are titanium implants that do both. It's a structural support that can hold the spine apart, but it actually allows the bone cells to grow right on the material. Where PEEK, it would never grow on. It would always recognize it as a foreign body. And for bone, for some reason, it has a great affinity to titanium. It'll grow right on that substrate.
On the sidelines of the Congress, an exhibition area offered visitors an opportunity to engage with industry practitioners and learn more about the newest innovations in medical technology. During the 3-day Congress, running until the 16th of April, more than 600 research papers will be discussed by eminent surgeons and doctors, while the scientific programme will include oral and poster presentations, as well as lectures on rapid advances in clinical research.
What we're actually trying to do in this city is to get the expertise to train and talk about the most up-to-date ideas and up-to-date surgeries and up-to-date research, because we have two things combined together. Number one is the research forum, which relate to the most up-to-date research regarding spine, and the second thing is the clinical meeting, which is going to be concentrating on cases, how to deal with patients. We have a very funny style of life in this country. We eat and drive. We don't do a lot of exercises, and this will lead to back problems and we sit at the computer for a long time. We use iPads and we use iPhones all the time, so that will put a strain on the cervical spine, and the way we live, it puts strain on the lumbar spine. So we are dealing with current issues which we're having for every house in the Middle East.
The UAE has maintained for the third time in a row its ranking as one of the 10 largest donor states in official development aid for 2015, coming in at number 2. The figures have been released by the OECD's Development Assistance Committee. According to official data, the UAE posted the highest ODA to gross national income ratio for 2015 at 1.09%, with the country's ODA accounting for 16.1 billion dirhams and over 52% of the aid administered in the form of grants. The UAE continued in 2015 its assistance to Africa, which received 10.4 billion dirhams in aid, or 65% of the total, in addition to doubling development allocations for sub-Saharan African countries. Due to the critical humanitarian situations in the region, particularly in Yemen, as well as the Syrian refugee crisis, aid provided by the UAE rose by 62% last year to 3.45 billion dirhams compared with the previous year. According to the statistics, the UAE is ranked the second largest donor in terms of ODA to GNI ratio after Sweden. The UAE is also the only Arab country featuring in the list of the top 10 donor states. It's also been announced that Dubai Cares has launched a new program in Gaza, Palestine, where 2,750 refugee children will be given their right to an education, supporting 2 schools with more than 11.4 million dirhams over the next 2 years. The programme is a part of the Rebuild Palestine Start with Education initiative, which started back in 2014 and has been launched in partnership with the United Nations Relief and Works Agency. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation has announced that UAE citizens, holders of diplomatic, special and regular passports, are allowed to travel to Antigua and Barbuda without having to obtain a prior visa. The new rules could cover a total of 90 days, which is also extendable for an additional 90 days. Ahmed Saeed Elham Al-Dahiri, the Assistant Undersecretary for Consular Affairs at the Ministry, confirmed that they received a diplomatic note from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, International Trade and Immigration of Antigua and Barbuda, stating that the total stay should not exceed 180 days in 12 months and is calculated from the date of first entry. Al-Dahiri highlighted that this exemption reflects the development of bilateral relations between governments, which will contribute to the promotion of tourism, trade, investment, and adding a new destination of travel for UAE citizens. The Federal Authority for Government Human Resources has announced that this year's Isra'a Wal Ma'iraj public holiday will be moved to Thursday, the 5th of May. As per the announcement, all ministries and federal government bodies will be closed on Thursday, with work resuming on Sunday, the 8th of May. Al-Isra'a Wal Ma'iraj, translated as Night Journey and Ascension, is an Islamic holiday which is observed annually on the 27th day of the Islamic month of Rajab. And according to the Hijri calendar, it falls on Wednesday, May the 4th. According to the federal law, public holidays in the UAE may be moved to the beginning or end of the week if they fall between 2 working days. And finally, looking to other news, as excitement builds for the opening of Dubai parks and resorts in October this year, Motiongate Dubai has released a video providing a virtual tour of the Hollywood-inspired park. After launching details of their 27 rides last month, the new footage offers viewers a guided tour of the park's 5 action-packed zones, as well as some exciting fun facts surrounding rides and attractions. The characters from the Smurfs, Kung Fu Panda, Shrek and Madagascar are just some of the hosts of the upcoming Motiongate Dubai, who are all set to welcome their visitors to one of the world's largest Hollywood movie-inspired theme parks. Highlights of the video include jumping on the Green Hornet Speedy roller coaster in Sony Pictures Studio Zone, strolling through the mushroom-capped houses of the Smurfs village, paying tribute to the home of the world's first ever The Hunger Games theme park in the Lionsgate Zone, and finally standing in the Valley of Peace, the future home of Kung Fu Panda's Furious 5 inside the DreamWorks Zone.